Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about double integral, and here I will give you another methodology that if we have some curves are given and we can change the Cartesian plane to some polar coordinates, then how we can solve out these kind of problems. Let's see. Well guys, see the one example. First of all, I will just take the example number 1 here. And in the last lecture, you observe if the limit is given, how you can find out the double integration. And if some bounded curve is given, then how you can find out double integration. But now there is a reason will provide you, and one equation will gives to you, and then we have to change some coordinates like Cartesian plane to some other coordinates. They could be circular, they could be cylindrical, they could be of spherical. Let's see. So if you have a one question and in the double integration function is given to you, that is x square and plus y square and having power 7 by 2 and dx and dy. So what will be the value of this integration? What is the limit about this thing? So here in the place of limit, the one r is given to you. And what is r actually? So that is also mentioned, that where r is a interior of the circle, and that is given to you, that is x square and plus y square is equal to 1. So this is the question. Now first of all, we need to observe that in the place of function, the value you have given, that is quite similar, that is the value of your reason. Okay, so first of all you have to see this. So if the value function, like the face of function and the face of reason both are same, so in that case we have to convert this complete Cartesian coordinates to polar. How you can see? So first of all we need to observe that this is equation of a circle. So what we have, so if this equation is circle, so it means I have to change the Cartesian coordinate to circular coordinates. And I explain that if you want to change the Cartesian coordinate to circular, so what you have and what you have to substitute. So my dear friends, in the phase of solution, first of all you have to substitute, you have to put that x is equal to r cos theta. And what about y? Y must be of r sin theta. And from this relation you know very well that what about r square? R square must be is equal to x square plus y square. And what about theta? Theta must be equal to tangent inverse y by x. This calculation I already explained in the last video when we learn how we can change some Cartesian coordinate to circular, to spherical and to cylindrical. So first of all, now we need to calculate the value of j. J is what? J is Jacobian, because without Jacobian we are not able to solve out this question. So you have to solve out Jacobian, and I give you direct result of Jacobian in the last lecture. So I will use that result here, dy by r, or also you can find out the value of. So you have x in the terms of r and theta, and you have y that is also in terms of r and theta. So my dear friends, you can find out curl x by curl r, curl x by curl theta, curl y by curl r, curl y by curl theta. All the values you can replace here, and you're gonna result that must be equal to r. So Jacobian in the case of circular coordinate, that must be equal to r. Clear? So now time to see that what will be the limit now. The previous limit we have, that is our circle. So first of all I will write out that the r, that was the reason, and that was you have some xy, and the condition was x square plus y square equal to 1, or you're going to write out less than equal to 1, because this is a boundary value conditions. Now we will just give the name to the new limit, that will be r dash. Clear? And what is r dash now? So in r dash you change the coordinate in xy to r and theta. So it means you have to find out what will be r. So my dear friends, you can see x square plus y square is equal to r square, and x square plus y square is less than equal to 1, so r square must be less than equal to 1. So you're going to write out r square must be equal to less than equal to 1. And now what about theta? So you know that this equation is represent to a circle. So the circle is what? Having a radius 1. And what about theta in the case of circle, my dear friends? You know, the theta you can just move from this line 2 up to this, and it will becomes 2 pi, like 0 to 2 pi. That complete circle will becomes a part of theta. Like angles you can rotate from 0 to 2 pi. So your angle theta you can write out from 0 to 2 pi. Clear? So this is your r dash. This is your new limit actually. So if this is r square, so you're going to write out r also. So I will just use, because we have to replace the value of r and theta. We need the limit of r and theta. So r will be from 0 to 1. Am I right here? And theta will be from 0 to 2 pi. So you got a new limit, my dear friends, and the new coordinates, that is in r and theta. Now time to replace all the values in the equation number 1. I will just take, this is your equation number 1, and I'm going to replace this value of x square plus y square in the place of r and theta. So what will becomes? See, I will just take that integration, that double integration, that is equal to I. And here was x square plus y square, so I'm going to write out r square. And having power 7 by 2, so you're going to write out 7 by 2. And what about here? So here you need to write out the Jacobian. Okay, it's only because you have to change some coordinates, the Cartesian to polar, Cartesian to circular. So that's why there is a Jacobian you have to mention there, and then d theta and then dr. It is the rule of double integration. So that's why I just give you a complete methodology of Jacobian, and I told you that how we will use the Jacobian in order to find out the double integrations. Okay, so now what is r square and having power 7, so you're going to write out r raised to power 7. And what was the Jacobian? That was of r and having d theta and dr, and so on, double integration, and it will becomes r raised to power 8 and having d theta as well as dr. And what about limit, my dear friends? So here d theta and dr, and we have a limit of theta as well as of r, as we have calculated this limit. R will moves from 0 to 1 and theta will moves from 0 to 2 pi. So you can write out. So the value of r you can write out from 0 to 1 and theta from 0 to 2 pi. It will be from 0 to 1 and from 0 to 2 pi. You're going to write out from 0 to 1 and from 0 to 2 pi. Am I right here? Now we can find out integration. First of all, with respect to theta, so you can write out the first integral, and the second integral, if you solve out, it will become r raised to power 9 by 9, and the limit will become 0 to 2 pi and having dr. Clear? And even when you will substitute the limit, upper limit as well as lower limit, so you got a result, and that will becomes 2 raised to power 9, because we have to substitute 2 pi, my dear friends. Okay, and in the place of what? And now we have to perform the integration with respect to theta. So here it is r, so we're gonna find out the integration with respect to theta, and it will becomes r raised to power 8 into theta, and we will put the limit that is from 0 to 2 pi and having dr. So after that you're gonna write out from, it will integration from 0 to 1 and r having power 8 and theta it's gonna write out 2 pi, and if you will substitute 0, so it will become 0, so I will just use upper limit only and having dr. Now you can perform the integration with respect to r, so it will becomes r raised to power 9 by 9 and having 2 of pi, and after that you will just put the limit from 0 to 1 and it will becomes 2 pi by 9, and that is your required result of this question. So my dear friends, without Jacobian and without changing your Cartesian plane to circular, you are not able to solve out this question. It is hard to calculate the limit. So that's why I just use the methodology that how we can change some Cartesian coordinate to circular. So how we know that in which questions we have to use this formula? So it is only method that you have to find out the some equation, like some particular equations we have, like a circle equations, equations of sphere, equations of sphere, and equation of cylinder. These are bounded regions, and if you want to find out integration, so always you got a bounded regions equations. Okay, and if you find out the equation of a parabola, so that is not a bounded. So that's why you never found any equation that related to parabola or related to lines and etc, because here you will find out an equation that will be represent to a bounded region, like circle, cylinder, like ellipse, these kind of things. Okay, so here the particular equation, that equation of circle you have, and you just use the methodology of Cartesian plane to polar coordinates. So I will just take any other example. Let's see, my dear friends, if any other example you have given, like the limit is given to you, that is 0 to infinite, and again 0 to infinite, and now the equation is minus x square and plus y square, and having dx and dy, and you have to find out the result. Now see how we can find out the integration of this part. So you have only method that you have to change this Cartesian plane to some polar coordinate, because e raised to power, that function that denotes to a equation of a circle. So that's why I'm going to perform this equation from this question with the help of a circular coordinate. Let's see how. So we know that this equation of what, this equation represent to a circle, so this can change with the circular coordinates, and in order to change the circular coordinate, we have, first of all, we're gonna put that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta, and from this relation we know very well that r square will becomes x square and plus y square, and theta will becomes tangent inverse and y by x. And also what is Jacobian, my dears? Jacobian must be equal to r, as we have find out in the last question. Okay, in the case of circle. Now the r is given to you, that was r means the first region, that first region having two coordinate, one is x and one is y. And what about their limit? X is moving from 0 to infinite, as well from y is also moving from 0 to infinite. That is the limit which we have given already. But now we want to change this limit in the case of r and theta, my dear friends. So what will be the effect of r and theta? So see, my this function is represent to a circle. So if I have a circle, see, if I have a circle, my dear friends, so you're gonna see, what about r? What about r? R could be from infinite, because if you want to substitute, x is tends to infinite, y tends to infinite, so what about r? R also will moves from infinite. So from this relation I can write out r will moves from 0 to infinite, as you can substitute value of x, value of y, and you got a limit of r. And now what about theta? So if you want to replace the value of y and x here, so you got a value of theta, like you have a infinite, y tends to infinite, x tends to infinite, it will become infinite, and you're gonna tangent inverse infinite is what? Tangent infinite at pi by 2. So you can write out the value of theta that must be from 0 to pi by 2. Clear? It will become tangent inverse infinite. So you're gonna write out theta is from 0 to pi by 2. Now I will just take I, and this is integration from 0 to infinite and from 0 to infinite, and it is written as e raised to the minus of x square and plus y square, and having dx and dy. But now as I change the Cartesian plane to circular, so I can write out the limit of x as well as y, that in the terms of r and theta. So first of all, I will write out the limit of theta, that is from 0 to pi by 2, and then the limit of r, that is from 0 to infinite. And here you're going to write out e raised to power minus r square. I already told you that if you change this xy to r and theta, so you have to write out a Jacobian here. So you will write out j and in the modulus always, and dr and d theta, my dear. And what about Jacobian? Jacobian we have, that is equal to r, so you can write out 0 to pi by 2 and 0 to infinite, and r is there, and e raised to power minus of r square, and having dr and d theta. Clear? Now time to solve out the integration of this complete part. And how we can solve out? Let's see. So my dear friends, we reached up to the both limits we have, like from 0 to pi by 2 as well as from 0 to infinite, and we have the result, that is of r and e raised to power minus of r square, and having dr and d theta. So what can I do now? First of all, I will just multiply by 2 and divide by 2 with the negative sign, so it will become 0 to pi by 2 and 0 to infinite, and you're going to write out e raised to power minus r square, and having minus of 2r and dr and d theta. Is it right now? Now we can write out this result directly, because if you will substitute r square is equal to t, you're going to put here and you can write out values like, I hope so that everybody can understand now. So what it will becomes, so the derivative of this thing is with we have, so minus 1 by 2, 0 to pi by 2, you can substitute r square is equal to t, whatever, okay, minus of r square is equal to t, so it will becomes minus 2r, dr will become dt. So this result will becomes e raised to power minus of r square, and having limit that will be from 0 to infinite and d theta. So my dear friends, if you are putting 0 there and if you are putting infinite there, so what will becomes? E raised to power minus infinite, because e raised to power minus infinite will become 0, and if you are substituting e raised to power 0, so e raised to power 0 that will becomes 1, so it will be 1 by 2 and having 0 to pi by 2 and d theta. Clear? So the result will becomes what? Pi by 4. Clear? So these kind of questions you can easily handle with the help of a Jacobian and with the help of a Cartesian coordinate to polar coordinates. So in the next video we will learn that how more we can apply some Jacobian's methodology or in the triple integrations as well. So thank you so much guys for watching this. Bye bye.